In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use Google Squared and Google News Timeline. Google Squared is at google.com/squared. And I'm going to show you how to do a product comparison with the square. So just type in the thing that you want. So if you typed netbooks into normal Google search, you would get a lot of web pages about netbooks. But with Squared, Google has thought up these various relevant headings that it thinks are relevant to your search term. So it knows what a netbook is, and it has worked out these headings. And then it's searched the web, it's searched lots of different sources to fill in this table and give you all this information about all these different netbooks. So there's various things you can do with this. If there's an item on there, as you're deciding what you want to buy, if you decide there's one that you don't want, that you want to eliminate from your search, then you can just press on this X to get rid of it. And you can also add extra headings if you go to the end. So you could choose one of these suggested ones, or you can just type in what you want, and it will try to fill that in, and it looks like it's succeeded. If you click on or mouse over and click on a box, you can sometimes see this choose from a certain set of values, because sometimes it will find multiple values for something. So you can go through and you can pick the one that you trust. So you can click on the sources and you can pick the one that you think is true. And you can see these ones. It has low confidence in those. If weight is a very important factor to you, you might want to order the whole thing by weight. So you could do sort, and it would put them in order of weight. And just like with the rows, if there's a column that you don't want, you can press X to get rid of it. If you decide that you want to add another type of product to this square, you can use this Add to this square button. So I might want to type in, and this is of course a kind of product that's going to have the same column headings, so it'll work. So if I want to compare netbooks to lightweight notebooks, and click Add to this square, not that one, and that will just put some lightweight notebooks on the bottom of the square. And notice also that you can share and save. If you have a Google account, you need to have a Google account. You can save it within your Google account, or if you don't have a Google account, you could export it to a CSV file, which will open in any spreadsheet. So the thing, of course, to remember is that Google has sourced these values from the internet. You need to double check if these things are correct by clicking through to the sources. But generally it does a pretty good job. Now I'm going to show you Google News Timeline, and that's at newstimeline.googlelabs.com. And this is what it's come up with when I first loaded the page. So I might want to search for news items on Iran. And what this will do is build a timeline of news stories, and it'll show me when the news stories first came about. So it'll show me them according to day or week or month or however I want to set it up. And it really allows you to get a picture of how an event unfolded. So I'll just do a search to show you. I'll just type in Iran and see what we get. So this is all news stories relating to Iran. And I've left this on news, but I could have chosen any of these if I wanted to go for photos or videos, or if I just wanted to search blogs. But I've left it on news. So I can go backwards and forwards along the timeline using these arrows. And I can also change the columns, so I could change it to week, and I could get a weekly view of what's going on. And if there's a particular story that interests you, notice this little drop down here, and you can then click through and get all of the stories, all of the different articles on that one story. And this one controls the size, so you could make them smaller to see more on one page. So I hope you can see that that's a really interesting way to look at the news, particularly if you want to understand the background of a certain happening